So recently I've come across a few people who were saying that they know that they have been hurt by the parents, and they've been trying to get the parents to realize what they had done, how much damage that they had done to them, or pain that they had caused them. And they were trying to get the parents to admit their fault so that they could apologize or see eye to eye. And of course, the parents were unable to see that, and it's causing them even more pain. And so I want to address that today. First of all, I want to share with you this point. Sometimes the perpetrators don't see what you see. And I mean, for someone who maybe they have been sexually abused or physically abused or emotionally abused, they want the perpetrator to admit that, but they just don't. And as painful as it is, if we keep holding on to this hope that they are going to acknowledge it, to say I'm sorry, before we can feel better, then we will always be in pain. Because sometimes, as I said, the perpetrator does not see that or is incapable of seeing that. And so the healing part, the hurt, the pain is not your fault, but the healing part, it is our responsibility. And so how do we go from go through this healing process? And this is something that I usually offer to other people, to the people who are in pain. It is the fact that you have to take on that responsibility to let this out and witness that for yourself. And I know sometimes it will be a lot easier to work with someone like a therapist or a coach who is able to hold that space for you, to let you let all this pain out without shaming you, making it wrong. And if you don't have anyone to hold that space for you, then this is something that I offer to people, which is when you're in your own room or when you're in your own car, you've driven to a safe area, you let all the emotions out, meaning scream, meaning curse them out if you need to, tell that person in the safety of your own space how much they hurt you, how much you hate them, how much you resent them. And if you want to, you can also imagine how, if you are able to quote unquote hurt them back, how would you hurt them back? And you can cry, and you can hit the pillow, hit the bed, hit anything. Just make sure that the thing that you're going to hit is not going to be broken, and it's not something that you will regret breaking. And just keep letting all of these emotions out until you feel like all of the last drop has been spilled. And also in the process, when you say something bad to them, don't judge yourself for doing that. And it is through this process of letting it out that our body is able to heal itself, to move on. Because we can't move on when our body is in pain. So we have to have some way of let our bodies be heard, be seen, be felt. And so this is how we're going to take that first step You can a lot of people is like, oh, how do I let go of them? Understand that my parents are not going to change, and I just need to move on and be happy. But like it's skipping that middle step. That middle step is so important because it is this step that lets you heal, let you hear how much pain you're in, let you feel how painful it is. And I know it is very difficult, especially if you're doing it on your own, because it feels like it could feel, sometimes it could feel like you're fainting, or you've gone so deep and you're so scared. And that's why it's so important to actually, if it's possible, to go for someone, to ask for someone to help you process this. And it is through this process, it's through this letting go and healing process, then you can say, okay, well, now that I am done, now that my mind is clear, my body has let out all of those emotions, then what do I need? What do I need for me? What do I need to move on? So if you're in this space in time where you know intellectually that you need to, that your parents or the person who hurt you is not going to change, but how are you going to move on? It's the step that you're missing, and that is the step that I'm going to this is what I do with my clients, because this is one of the hardest things to be witnessed, to not be shamed for feeling all of these pain and hurt. And I understand this part is very, because you're feeling all of it again, so it can be very emotional, and at the same time it is so important, because a lot of people, they don't want to feel that pain anymore, they don't want to be resentful anymore, so they skip this step. But it is this step that helps the process of the healing journey. So for those of you who is in need of someone, and if you know that you are ready for this step, you can reach out to me and book time with me. And I'm going to hold your hand through this, because I know it feel very lonely. It can feel very scary. It can be very painful. And it's nice to have someone doing this work alongside you. And if it's not me, look for someone, because by you listening to this video, it means that you are in the process of looking for someone. So keep an open mind to say, hey, I really want to do this for me, because I've had enough of this pain, and I'm ready to take responsibility of my own healing, because I'm ready to let go of that thing so that I can move on. Then have an open mind to say, hey, if there is someone that's better fit for me, my mind is open to see who can come into my life to do this work with me. And if you really don't have anyone, then take your time to give yourself maybe a week or 2 weeks or a month, and do this work slowly on your own. It can be hard, and at the same time, once you allow yourself to do it, then things are going to be cleared out, and you will be able to heal and move on to the next step. I wish you all the best, because I know that this is one of the hardest steps to take on. And so, as I said, if you're ready to look for someone, you can always book a time with me, or look for someone who resonates with you, so that you can book a time with them to do this work for you, because it is this thing that is holding you back from moving on to better things in life. And I wish you all the best. because you are meant for more, and this should not stop you from enjoying life, from exercising your own right to and your freedom to live how you want to live. That's all I have for today. Until next time.